Welcome to the Humans Aren't Real podcast. I'm Wolf Vision, I go by Wolf, and this is Fry Lock, goes by Fry. And today we're talking about our top 10 games, PC/console. And today we'll be starting with my number 10. And this is a really old game. It's the first game I ever remember playing, and it's called Load Runner. And I played
Let me
it.
guess. It's
What's it?
PC game.
It is a PC game.
Yeah.
I played it on an Apple II, I believe. Or was it
Oh, it
an
was the
old
nice stuff too
IBM?
over there with an Apple.
It is either an Apple II or an old IBM.
Okay.
And yeah, so the game is very basic. You're running around on this flat screen trying to escape getting attacked, and you dig up a hole, and the bad guy falls in, and if it closes on them, and they die. If not, you run up and down ladders trying to escape. It's awesome.
Yeah. But it's a little unfair because you've got a lot more PC experience over me. You're going to have a lot of PC games that I've not heard
Yes,
of.
yes, that is true. But you've also played a lot of console games.
I mean, yeah, but the best are on PC, let's be honest. Come on.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I mean, if you played it on console, it's definitely on PC. And there's tons of great games that they just don't put on console. And if they do, it does not translate well.
There, there is a series that started on console, and it made me buy a console. It is
Hmm.
my number one, so we'll get to that eventually.
Interesting.
What is your number 10?
Okay, number 10, I went ahead and just figured I'd pull the band-aid off right away, get this out
Okay,
there.
okay.
Um, it's the very obvious choice. It's at my number 10, but if I put it in order, it'd be like top three for sure. Ghostbusters, the video game.
Okay, yep.
Like, obviously, Ghostbusters is going to be on here. And to be honest, I think that game, I think, what was it, 2009 was when they made it?
Something like that. Yeah,
2000, I think it was 2009. Like, it's honestly just a good game. Like,
it is. It
take,
is a lot of fun.
yeah, if you take the Ghostbusters property out of it, it's still a fantastic game. And they really spent a lot of time to really try to make a good game. And that alone, then you add Ghostbusters to that with like the story was actually pretty good, most of the voice acting was good, and if it wasn't good it was by the original guys, and at least they showed up, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Bill Murray, people say he phoned it in, and I'm like, sometimes maybe, but who cares? He did it.
yeah, he did.
So so hey, like, what more can you ask for? Even the new
Yeah,
one, the Spirits Unleashed, that one was pretty fun too, but I don't know, the one they made in 2009 was like just phenomenal. It was one of my favorite games.
yeah. It was definitely like a spiritual third movie. I know
Oh
we
yeah.
talked about that a little bit, but to me, that's what it was like. It's like, okay, this will be my number three. I know I won't be getting. It's the transition.
Yeah, it pretty much was until they actually made another movie. Well, a good one.
Yeah, that's true. We can't all be Ghostbuster Kevin's. Um, my number nine is Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate. So they did their naming scheme kind of like after Street Fighter 2 Turbo plus, but that Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate, they kind of just like, we want to throw in a ton of characters. We want to throw in like secret characters, Smoke, and we're going to have just tons of playable characters, and we're going to up everything. And it was such a iconic game for me, and I played this in the arcade. For those of you that remember arcades.
The funny thing is, in arcade, like I love Mortal Kombat, played it
Yeah.
at home all the time with my friends. But if I played at an arcade, I did not. My fighting game was not Mortal Kombat.
What was it?
It was like a
Don't.
Street Fighter ripoff. It was like Virtual Fighter.
Oh, okay.
I think it was called Virtual Fighter.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a 3D.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't like it didn't look fantastic.
It's kind of like the predecessor to like Soul Calibur.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that a little bit. But I don't know what it was about that game that I loved. I loved playing that in the arcade.
I don't remember playing that in the arcade very much.
I think it was because I went to like a poor neighborhood arcade, and that was probably all they had.
They would have had a Street Fighter one for sure. That one's still more advanced than that.
But Mortal Kombat's another one of those. I've played them all, but I couldn't tell you which ones they were.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like, what was it? Twisted Metal. Yeah, kind of like that when we were talking about that. Like, I played them all. I just can't remember which ones are which.
Yeah. Racing game destruction. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, what's your number 9?
Uh, my number 9, I went ahead and I wanted to put a VR game on here, at least
Okay.
one. I
Okay.
haven't played a lot. I wanted to put Beat Saber, but that's an
Yeah,
obvious choice because Beat
that's
Saber's
all
a
right.
lot of fun.
It is.
But I went with the slight alternative that's very similar called Pistol Whip.
Okay.
It, it's basically think Beat Saber, but instead of like the cubes coming at you like the well like you're stationary, but it kind of like glides you down a hallway and dudes pop out with guns and shoot bullets at you. And instead of like swiping these blocks that are coming toward you, you're shooting at these people that are kind of scrolling past you, and you're actually dodging the bullets because then like the bullets are like being traced in, and you can actually dodge them if you end up not killing the guy on time. And so it's a
Hmm.
lot like Beat Saber, but a little bit more involved. It's kind of like Beat Saber with guns, but
So it's like that
that's
hot. What is it? Hot?
super hot. Yeah,
Super hot.
it's kind of like mixed super hot with Beat Saber, and
Ah,
that's
okay.
that's Pistol Whip. And also
Got it.
both games, Beat Saber and Pistol Whip, the music is really good. Like it catches your attention, you have fun, like the beats play with like what you're hitting, same thing with the guns. Like you're kind of following the beat with your shots. So
Yeah.
like it's pretty similar, but I gotta say, I think Pistol Whip is probably a little bit more fun in my opinion.
Okay. Okay.
But I had to throw one
Nice.
VR in there.
Understandable, right? That's a good, I guess, newer console kind of
Yeah, I mean,
game genre.
if you want to consider it a console, yeah, yeah, I guess I could kind of see that. It is kind of weird in its own little category.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's not hugely popular, but it's getting there.
I think it's got a lot more applications than just gaming. I think like some of these big companies just kind of take it in and think what they could do with it with their employees, but what do I know?
Yeah. Well, moving on to my number 8 is X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Yeah, I
So
never got into X-Men too much.
this is another fighting game that made me happy. I would be grinning ear to ear playing as Cyclops and Akuma because I would just optic blast the snot out of the whole screen, or I would be Akuma and do his like fade in demon attack and just annihilate the person. It was so much fun.
Did you do the same over and over and over again?
Well, Cyclops, you kind of had like Guile's move set a little bit. You had the optic blast, and then you had like the flash kick kind of move. And then he
Okay.
did this like jump knee kind of thing. It kind of reminded me like Guile a lot.
Yeah.
And Akuma is just like Cannon Ryu. It was just a lot of fun. I love that game so much. I played it against my little brother all the time. He would pick Ryu and Wolverine, and we'd just go at it for hours.
That didn't even like I never played Street Fighter that much either. I think Mortal Kombat and you ever play Killer Instinct?
Oh yeah, I
That
played them
was
all. I
yeah.
played Clay Master or Clay Fighter, Killer Instinct. The what was the other one? Tekken Tag or Tekken,
Yeah, okay, yeah, Tekken. I
Soul
never played it,
Calibur,
but
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I love them all. I had just about all of them.
Mortal Kombat, I was a button smasher for sure.
I love playing as Raiden. He did his little wada
Oh,
wada, flying through the air and slam you into the wall, then teleport, and then electrocute you. I loved
I'm never playing Mortal Kombat with you.
it. I also liked playing as Baraka. He would do his little blades attack,
Yeah,
or
you didn't.
Cabal. I loved his hook attack and spin you, and then he'd come back and I would just stun combo you. Oh, he's so good.
You weren't one of the person that used the little blades and got somebody up in the corner and just did it over and over and over and over again, did you?
No, not usually. I would with my brother. I would play the, he would be just so annoying the way he would do stuff. I would play the same character and then just like freeze him. So if he was Sub Zero, I would freeze him and then I could beat him. Or if he was like Scorpion, and then I'd play Scorpion and then I could beat him. But if it was like Raiden, he would just get me and beat me. It was so aggravating. I hated playing the cheap characters.
The second somebody chooses Raid, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, I
Like I don't,
love
I don't,
it.
I don't want to play with you.
I love his fatalities of just like electrocution and just explosion. It's so good.
Yeah.
Or his
Okay.
like 3 hit fatality in like the earlier version where you can hit their head off 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Oh,
All right, your number 8.
oh, okay. My number 8 and number 7 are both PC games. The first PC games I have ever played.
Okay.
Number 8 is Diablo. It's
Which one?
literally the very first one.
Okay, Diablo 1. Okay.
It was literally the very first PC game I bought. I bought, my mom bought like a nice computer at the time. Like we had DSL, so it was dial-up internet, but it wasn't slow dial-up internet. It was good dial-up internet. And I'm like, you know what? I want to buy a PC game. And so I bought 2 games, number 7 and my number 8, Diablo. And Diablo was the first one I popped in, turned it on. First game, PC game I ever played. If you don't count like Number Munchers and Oregon Trail, like I don't necessarily count those. But
You mean the ones you play in school?
yeah, yeah. If it's like a school thing like that, yeah, they were fun, but we were kind of forced into it a little bit, so I don't count that.
So
But
I
yeah.
had fun with that. I would sneak in a disc of Doom. So I'd just go into the command line and go through DOS and then start up Doom. So everyone's playing Oregon Trail and I'm over there playing Doom. It
Well, I didn't
was
know how to
awesome.
do that stuff then.
Oh, it was so good. Oh, I loved it. I had one substitute teacher that was like, where'd you find that game? I was like, I kind of have it on the disc. He's like, I don't know if you should be playing
Like, no, he probably shouldn't.
I don't know. I played this before. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, I probably would have gotten in trouble. Doom,
Yeah, it was so much fun.
I would have got
Uh,
snatched up.
what's your number seven?
Oh, you're first. You go first.
You were already going PC. So what's your seven PC?
All right, my other PC game that is literally the second PC game I ever played because it is the
Don't say
second one I
Diablo
bought with.
2. Don't say
No,
Diablo 2.
it's not Diablo 2.
Okay.
It's Blade Runner.
Blade Runner.
Yes, they made a video game based on the movie.
Blade
And
Runner.
I saw the game, didn't know it was a movie. I just saw the game. I read what the game was about. I was like, that sounds freaking awesome. I'm going to buy this and I'm going to play it. And so I bought the game, I played it, and I loved it so much that eventually I found out it was based on a movie.
Ah,
And had
that's
it
funny.
not been for that game, I would have never known, probably for a very long time, almost my entire life, that that was a movie. And I probably would have never seen it. And I Blade Runner is a phenomenal movie. So the game was amazing as well. The game was so good it made me watch the movie.
That is. Seems like you do that a lot.
Yeah, it's happened. It's happened a
You
few times.
you find something in a different medium and then go, oh yeah, let's check that out. And then it's like, there's a movie.
Yeah. Like Death Note,
Yeah,
really bad movie. Really, really bad movie, but I like it. I really, really like it.
that's funny.
This, this show's phenomenal.
All right, so my number seven is a console game
What
for
console?
I think it was PlayStation or PlayStation 2. Can't remember.
All right.
It's called Tecmo's Deception, and it's a trap game. So you're kind of like in a mansion, and you are trapping people in the house. So you can kind of set up trap combos to get them, like floor and grabbers and pinchers and blades, and then you try and defeat the people before they can get out of the house.
Oh, Clue in a way.
Um,
Like,
kind
well, no,
of.
no, no. Not. Have you ever heard of 13 Dead End Drive?
Yeah, a board game.
Yes. Kind of like that
Ye-
if it was a video game.
yes, you are placing the traps instead of
Yeah.
them being already set up.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
Oh,
All right.
such a good game. Really weird, but I enjoyed it so much.
You gotta look. You gotta look for it on eBay. I think
Uh,
I still have my PlayStation.
yeah, they've came out with a second and third one, I believe. They have a few in the series. And
I'd
I
probably
think I
find it
played
on good
up
old
to
games.
3. Yeah, you probably could.
Oh wait, where'd my? There we go. Definitely sounds like something I want to see if I can find at some point in time. It sounds like it might be fun. I used to love that board game.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time. My number 6, Diablo 2. I loved Diablo so much playing the Necromancer, and because they did not have the Necromancer, I refused to play the third one. I was one of those people.
I played all four of them, and
Uh, I hated that they didn't have the Necromancer and they put in some stupid witch doctor or voodoo doctor or whoever the crap that was. I tried it, I hated it, and I didn't play another Diablo game since.
I gotta be honest, one of the most fun Diablo games I've played since the original one was because, like, I liked the second one, but there was still some stuff about it that I just because I played it again recently, and I
Mm-hmm.
still enjoy playing the first one more than any of them. Besides, like the newer ones, the mobile one's not really that bad. What was it?
No.
Immortal? Yeah, Immortal.
Immortal?
It's not that bad, man.
Oh,
I don't
no.
know why
No, no,
everybody
no.
crapped on it so hard.
Probably because everyone was expecting a big, giant release, and then he goes, and we're releasing a mobile Diablo.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody was expecting Diablo 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I get that, but if you take that out of the equation, it's not that bad.
Well, it's not what people wanted to play because Diablo is a full blown game, not a mobile game.
I mean,
And
is it
then you
really?
go and say, don't you people have phones? Oh, so stupid. Honestly, developers shouldn't be getting up in front of people.
Well, I mean, people shouldn't be playing video games on phones. Come on, let's be honest.
Yeah, amateurs. Especially
Even,
Diablo.
yeah, Diablo's not a very good phone platform.
Ugh.
That's like people that play like Call of Duty on their phone. I'm like, I just don't get it.
Or
And
Fortnite.
yeah, it's like, how's it fun?
I don't know. I tried it. It's not.
Yeah, I've tried a few of them. It's just, yeah, I don't have any fun with it. Even when I'm winning, I don't have fun.
Yeah. It's like, did I actually shoot somebody, or is this just like the auto aiming really getting them?
Yeah, yeah, I'm like, yeah.
All right,
Oh,
number 6. What do you got?
number six is a game that I don't remember a lot about, but
Okay.
it was a Sega game called
Yeah.
Pugsy,
Pugsy.
and it
Sounds
was
familiar.
it was just like a platformer. It was like your basic like Mega Man type. Uh, what is it? That new Cuphead. Uh, just like from one side of the screen to the other, like Mario. You just went from one side of the screen to the other, and the character looked like a orange raindrop is what he looked like with little sneakers. And I remember playing the crap out of that game. I loved that game so much, but I couldn't remember. There was no story. It was just a lot of fun to play. I can't remember a lot of big details, but I remember just being so happy when I played that game. It was such a stupid little game that I had so much fun with.
Well, there's a lot of those that are out there that you just get into the groove of playing it.
Yeah, and like I'd never seen it ever. I don't even know how I got it. Like I don't remember buying it. Like maybe a friend of mine brought it over and just left it or something. I don't know where it came from. but I love that freaking game.
Kind of reminds me of Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim, that's a great one. Yeah, it was very similar to Earthworm Jim. That game
Yeah,
was silly. That was on my list at one point in time.
yeah. The boss was disappointing, but understandable.
Yeah. Mega Man was on that list as well. It was just too hard. Mega Man's way too hard.
It is, but you have to just go in the right order.
Still, even then, it would get so many broken controllers. No, thank you.
You just got to go in the right order. Right order there, Fry, and then you would have been all
I mean, even if I go in the right order, I was never that good. I like video games, but I'm not that good at them.
right.
Unless you play it nonstop every day, all the time. Those freaking people that play Call of Duty nonstop, that's insane. I literally I would play like a couple hours a day, like almost every day. If I go one day without playing, I would just get annihilated. Like if you want to be good at like mainly Call of Duty, but really any first person shooter, you just have to constantly play.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get sent back to the gulag and you're walking around and someone hits you with a rock from the other side of the map and you're like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
How the heck did they hit me?
And then you die because they set off your mine or whatever. Landmine? Well, why am I having trouble thinking what that is? It's a landmine. What's the word?
Landmine.
Yeah, like a
In the
landmine.
gulag?
No, 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 just a landmine.
Oh, okay.
It has a specific name. I feel stupid that I can't think of it now. Anyways, I'm stupid.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
What's your number 6?
No, we're on 5.
What was your 6?
Pugsy.
Pugsy. Ah, that's right.
Yeah, see, it's so obscure you already forgot about
Yeah, I even had it on the screen watching him run around with like a
it.
Captain Hook.
Yeah, he did. Didn't he have like, I think at one level he had like an eye patch or something too?
He had like a gun too, and it was like a small blunderbuss or something.
Oh yeah, now it's starting to come back to me a little bit more. That's such a fun game. It was so stupid.
All right. My number 5 is Elder Scroll. So I'm going to go ahead and just say the whole series.
Yeah.
I didn't start with Arena. I played it, but I didn't start with it. I started with Daggerfall. And Daggerfall was just like this huge open world game, and it's just so much fun as a kid. You're just RPGing and trying to get as far as you can without getting killed, and then you get killed anyways, and you start over, make a new character, and then try it all over again.
No, that falls
But
the same line as like Skyrim
yep,
and
yep, Oblivion.
yeah, okay, because I played Skyrim
Okay,
and I think I played a little bit of the Elder Scroll, but I know there's a ton of them and I don't know most of them, to be honest with you.
yeah,
I know some of the
but
newer ones.
yeah, that's fine. The newer ones are fantastic games. I love them. They have like the dragonborn abilities of like you could do the shout, or you see villagers and they took an arrow to the knee. There's just so many things is that you can like about these games. They're fantastic.
Yeah, still think they're a little overrated, but I get why they're overrated.
Well, if everybody likes it, it's not really overrated.
Well, to me, it's overrated. Like if
Did
they
you
were,
play them?
yeah, I played a little bit of Skyrim. To be honest, if I were going to play a game like that, I would probably play Dragon Age. I had a lot more fun with the Dragon Age series than I did with like Skyrim and stuff like that.
So you prefer the top down than the first person view?
Where was Dragon Age all like that?
Yeah,
I definitely do. I definitely top down all day.
I think Dragon Age was kind of like Poe on that perspective.
No, my wife, she played it a lot, and she refuses to play Path because of the view. So if it was like
That's
a top
weird.
down like that, I don't think she would have played it.
Pretty sure it is.
I played it on console. I don't know if that makes a difference.
I don't think it does. Unless I'm thinking of a different game that's
You, you gotta be
Dragon Age.
dragging something.
Dragon Age. It wasn't a first person.
No, it was like slightly over the shoulder, but it wasn't like directly up above their head. Like a third person view, I guess.
Hmm.
If I'm thinking correct, I'm pretty sure it kind of had that slight third person type view. But I like those.
Okay,
Those were fun.
the Dragon Age series.
Yeah, definitely liked it better than like the Elder Scrolls and those. It was just I don't know. I felt like it was easier to play. Like I just couldn't figure out certain things quickly on like Skyrim. So Skyrim just didn't catch me. And I was just like, all right, yeah, I'm done.
Hmm. It's a
But
shame.
Elder Scrolls was right before Skyrim, right?
No, Elder Scrolls is the series. It's Elder Scrolls Skyrim and Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Oh, I thought that was like they were all their own like little video game that were kind of like sequels to each other in a way.
They are, but the series is called Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, yeah. I thought there was one specific like Elder Scroll.
Uh, no, I don't think there was. I think that they all had that like moniker of Elder Scrolls and then the name of the game.
Okay, I know what you're saying. Didn't they just make another one not too long ago?
No, not yet.
No.
Skyrim was the last one.
Oh, okay. I thought or maybe they're talking about it. Are they talking about it?
I don't think so. I could have missed a game conference, which they could have been.
I say I could just be thinking about somebody said something about it on their own. Some like random YouTuber said they wanted to see it or something, and I got it confused. I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay. Worth looking into.
Yeah. I definitely don't know much about it.
It's a good series. There's a lot of people that enjoyed it because of how like in depth the story is and the mechanics are, and development. It's like you could try and become the head of like assassins and thieves guild and fighters guild and mages guild, and then it's like you become the head honcho of those guilds, which is kind of like a fun side adventure from the main quest.
Kind of reminds me of Fable.
Yeah.
Fable was fun. That's a good one.
Your appearance doesn't change with your actions, though.
Oh, no, you gotta get loot, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get some pretty cool weapons doing some of the quests.
I never liked when like I wish I could keep my character looking the same sometimes. It's like you get a piece of armor that just looks like trash, but it's really good. Like I don't want to wear this. It looks like crap.
Yeah, well, Sometimes you just gotta deal with it.
And that's when you go into that first person view so you don't have to see it.
Yeah.
But that was your number 5, right?
Yep.
My number 5 is a really old game.
Okay. What do you got?
Duck Hunt.
NES Duck Hunt?
Yep. I
Like
remember.
came with the console Duck Hunt?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I used to play that game more than any other game as a kid. I remember when we got a Nintendo, like I played it more than I played Mario. And it wasn't like I played it legitimately. I stood right in front of the
You
TV
stood right next to the TV, didn't you?
and followed every little bird everywhere he went. And then we would pass it on to a friend or, my sister or whatever. And we'd all be trying to like block, and we just all try to block each other while we're like basically breaking everything on the TV because we're all just rustling around. Oh, that game was so much fun. And the dog would always laugh at you because you're a bad shot. And then
Yeah.
you try to shoot the dog.
Yeah.
You,
Then he became a character in Super Smash Brothers.
yeah, never played that one. Any of them, believe it or not.
Oh man, that's an awesome series. Not on my list, but Super
So,
Smash is amazing.
yeah, I know a lot of people that really love those games. I don't know.
Oh, it's fun.
Feel like I played one of them before, and it was all right. I just didn't want to keep playing it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I like Little Mac in the last one.
From Punch Out.
Yeah, from Punch Out.
Nice.
He has this little charge attack that he does, and it's like builds up and he goes whoop, bam, and then he like does a charge it like halfway across the screen.
Oh, it's been a long time, but I feel like I remember. It was the same in Punch Out, wasn't it?
I think it's more in timing for the game. This you just hold down the button.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Good game though.
oh yeah. Well, actually, probably have to play some Smash Brothers or something one day.
We'll have to definitely try that sometime.
What's your number
Uh,
4?
Number 4 is Team Fortress 2. I sunk so many hours playing this game as engineer. It's ridiculous. I've opened crates. I did the whole hat trading system and weapon trading system. I had super rare items. I had this one item that was so rare in the game. It was a robot sandwich for the heavy.
A robot sandwich?
Yes. And it was worth I think around the time that's like $300 for this little sandwich with a red light on it. A metal sandwich with a red light on it. And I recently sold it for around $400.
Ew,
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
it was just a super rare item.
I know we played that once or twice, and I did
Yeah.
not have much fun. I got just stomped.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love. There was a time that I was just so much in the groove of playing that I did like a 30 or 40 kill streak
Dude.
on just like a regular arena. It was ridiculous. They couldn't kill me. It was awesome. I just kept going around in circles, getting all the health on the map, and then just come back around and just start killing people again. It's just like they couldn't stop me. It was hilarious. I was laughing so hard. That's how they got me.
See, I'm still not used to playing on keyboard. Mouse and keyboard
Yeah,
is still so difficult for me.
yeah.
It's like if they put me in the right lobby, I do okay. Like not even
Hmm.
okay, like borderline okay.
Oh, it's so good though. Each character was just a joy to play. Like running around being spy, just backstabbing people, or just if you want to just burn everything, you could be the pyro. Or just want to blow stuff up, you could be the demo man or soldier. It was so good.
It was like team deathmatch and like other modes, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Capture
There's
the flag, all that stuff.
so many. Yeah, capture the flag, king of the hill, move the bomb.
Did,
What is that? Payload, I think it was called.
did you not like the first one? I don't think I ever played the first one.
I never played the first one.
Hmm.
I think the first one was like a mod or something.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Team Fortress 2, number 4. What is your number 4?
So I cheated a little bit.
Okay.
I couldn't decide, so I put both Silent Hill
Oh,
and Resident
Jesus.
Evil.
A horror game, huh?
Yeah. Now, if we're gonna go with just horror in general, it's definitely Silent Hill. Silent Hill, one of the best horror games ever made, the original one. And Resident Evil, it I remember playing that a ton as a kid, just a ton of it as a kid. And me and my cousin would basically swap back and forth, and like he would play some, I would play some, he would play some, I would play some. And I just remember so much time spent playing that game. And it was one of the first games that I didn't always do very well, but I continued to play it because I was having that much fun playing it. But yeah, Silent Hill is definitely a better horror game in my opinion. I think Silent Hill did everything right. So if I had to pick between the two, it'd definitely be Silent Hill. But Resident Evil was phenomenal, and I played that just as much.
Yes, you do have to pick. So,
Si-
Silent Hill is your number 4.
yeah, Silent Hill, faux show.
All right. Yes, I love it when they get in a like whole now cultural thing that everybody just gets behind. So when you hear that air horn, you just know crap's hitting the fan, and everybody's just gonna go, "What the heck is happening?"
And
And then it's just,
the
oh,
weird,
the
the weird
peeling.
static,
Yeah,
the strange static on the radio, and just it would get louder, get quiet, get loud, get quiet. It was, I think, legitimately one of the games that actually scared me. Like one of the few things that legitimately scared me as a child was that game, for sure.
that's kind of like the alien movement counter.
Yeah, yeah, I see what you're saying.
When you have that thing going off, it's like, oh boy, oh, it's coming,
Yep.
oh, it's coming.
You feel the tension building.
Yeah,
Hmm.
when they have like good sound design into a game, it just adds so much more to it.
Oh yeah. That's like movies too. If it's just nothing but jump scares and there's just like nothing to it, like yeah, everybody jumped, but it's not because they're scared. It's because you made a loud noise. Like
Yeah,
if you can like kind of do that same thing with like random sounds, it has so much more of an effect.
yeah, for sure.
But
All right, moving on. My
what's your
number
next?
3, EverQuest 1. The first EverQuest is one of the biggest MMOs of its time, and it was so freaking difficult. And then they came out with WoW and made it this baby game
Oh,
that the experience didn't like lost so little experience compared to EverQuest. When you would get killed, you would lose like levels. That's
right.
like weeks of gameplay that you were trying to go through. So when you lost experience, oh, it hurt. You got so mad. But you continue to get a higher level, your character continues to develop. It was such a great game. And then they went and ruined it with Planes of Knowledge, where it's like you ruined the whole teleporting system of the wizards. They're useless now.
They're
Now
like,
there's like free teleports. You can get around the world. You don't even have to interact with a wizard anymore. They broke their own game.
I've, I've played one. I just don't know. It's definitely probably a newer one, but I have played an EverQuest. And yeah, it didn't catch me, but I'm
Yeah.
probably playing the dumbed down version.
Yeah, EverQuest 2 came out and it was just like too vast. They couldn't get like a feel of the environment because it's just so big. And then you have like a random squad walking by, and it's like you have 5 people here, and there's like miles and miles of land.
Mm. But yeah, I think that's the one I played. I'm pretty sure it
Yeah,
was. Yeah.
I gave EverQuest 2 a chance, but and I even played the mod, EverQuest 99. I tried playing classic EverQuest. It doesn't have the same feeling. I played my own modded server, and it's still, yeah, none of it brings back the EverQuest that it used to be.
So I missed out. There's nothing that can be done.
Yep, you just have to find a new MMO.
Yeah. See, I don't think I play a lot of MMOs.
Well, maybe Poe 2 or
Yeah.
Path of Exile 2. That might be it.
Yep. I hope so.
Yeah,
S-
me too.
Speaking of, that's my number three minus the two.
No.
Yep.
That's
That's
awesome.
definitely one of my favorite games that I've ever played. That being
Yeah.
said, I only understand about 10% of it. Um, I don't
Okay.
know. The more I look at it now, I don't really understand how I made it through the campaign, not
Uh huh.
knowing more about the game. Because
Yeah.
there's so much that I'm so behind on. And but it's like it's so addictive to play. I've made like 20 different characters just because I wanted to play around with different builds and stuff like that. And I cannot wait for the second one. It's been more than a year. I thought the second one was going to come out over a year ago.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting for a very long time. And I'm ready to play
Well,
the new one.
we'll have to definitely talk about it when we get into it.
Oh, yeah. The, uh, the beta I heard is going to be sometime in the fall. I don't know how to get in, but I'm going to try.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully, they can release it sometime this year, and then we can actually play it.
Hope so, but again, it's going to be free, so I mean, I'm trying not to complain too much.
Right. Right. Okay. Well, my number 2 is Saints Row, and I'm saying 2 and 4.
How many are there? Are there four?
There are 5 of them.
Okay, there are five. I played one of
They've
them. Not sure which one though.
rebooted the series of sorts, and then you start over with this Saints Row. It's just Saints Row. But 2 and 4 were so good. They had Johnny Gat, they had Kinsey, they had all these characters that were like established and developed, and you kind of like gain a camaraderie ship of building up the Saints, and then they want to go and get rid of characters in the third one, change up how it's done, and then in the fourth one they want to appease the fans, and then they don't have quite the right amount of funding, so they kind of do different things that just make it work. Oh, so good.
Kind of like Grand Theft Auto, right? Isn't that the style?
Yes, yes, it
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's more reckless Grand Theft Auto.
And if I'm not mistaken, it didn't go for that more realistic vibe. Like GTA has definitely gone that like we want to make these look like real people type characters. If I'm not
Right.
mistaken, Saints Row had a slightly cartoony, like
Um,
maybe
in the
cartoony's not the
last
best way to
one,
say it.
they had kind of like a glitch effect because they want to say that you're kind of stuck in a Matrix type thing, but the
Might have
other
been the one I
ones,
played.
yeah, the other ones didn't look that way.
Might have been the one I played then. Because I remember kind of thinking like it's like GTA, but with almost like a slight animated style to it. I guess cartoony wouldn't be the best way to say it.
Yeah.
So you
The
play
fourth one
that?
had a style to it, but
Would you
what's
prefer
that?
that over GTA?
Yes, I played San Andreas, GTA 3 and 2. So when they were top down view and you're driving around,
Yeah.
and I played a little bit of 3 of Vice City, but I mostly played San Andreas. It's a wild game. It was fun.
I mostly played the original top-down GTA. I played
Yeah.
that one more than any of them. And then
Yeah.
I think GTA 5 was the first one I actually played and beat. Like I'd never beat a Grand Theft Auto game until GTA 5.
Huh. Yeah, I haven't played any of the new ones. I didn't really have interest. Once Saints Row got me, I just went that way. I tried playing 5, but there was so much like self-deprecating. The boss is just like this chump. I was like, no, screw this crap. I refunded it. Ah,
That was the only one that I had enough fun that the difficulty did not stop me from playing it.
nice. What is your number 2?
My number two is definitely one of my favorite games of all times, story wise, just gameplay wise, is Borderlands 2.
Very nice.
One of my favorite villains. Handsome Jack is phenomenal. Like, I just absolutely love everything about that character. He's the villain, but in my head, he's the good guy. Like, he's the one I'm rooting for the whole time. And, like, it's such a silly, over the top game. This looter shooter that just has nonsense comedy, and you get a bunch of cool stuff. And it was one of the first games I ever did any kind of modding to. I did like modded because this I played it on console and I modded game saves
Hmm.
and
Okay.
transferred them from my computer to a USB to my Xbox. And so I was basically like using all these modded weapons and all this gear. And so even after I played all the playthroughs multiple times, all the DLC, like I mean, me and my wife played the crap out of this game. Even then, like I could still find more fun out of it by modding it and just going through and just doing the most ridiculous stuff and finding all the little glitches and secrets and just everything about it was phenomenal. I wish the gameplay stuff they put in Borderlands 3 was in
Mm-hmm.
Borderlands 2.
Okay.
Like, because the story in
So I
Borderlands 3 was bad.
I tried to like it. I played solo, and it's just like, oh, I got a neat gun. It's like crickets. I'm not able to play with anybody. I was like, forget this. So I play Hellgate London. That
Well, see,
was an awesome one.
I actually, most of the games I would play, usually single player games, like, because I would just jump on for like a little bit and then, I never really got into like really long gaming sessions. So, like, just jumping in and out of Borderlands, like, if my wife didn't want to play, I could just jump in and play it.
Yeah,
So it's like, it was a lot of fun to play with my wife, and we always played. I mean, we played the crap out of that one. We played the first one a lot too, but the second one is just way better. Everything about it is great. I,
okay.
Handsome Jack, I love him. I think he's one of my favorite characters.
Very nice. All right. Now we're to the number one.
Did you do
My
your
number
number?
one. Huh?
I thought you did. You do your number two?
Yeah, Saints Row.
Oh, okay. Man, I'm behind on my. I got my thing. Never mind. I got it. I got my thing numbered wrong, so I confused myself. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
My number one is the Dead Rising series.
That's the
So good.
shopping mall, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Zombies, shopping mall, Vegas, back to the mall, small city. So good. It made me buy a 360 to play that game. And then after that, I had to buy an HD TV so I could read the small, tiny font character on that dumb game. Oh,
Now, did it actually have a story? Because I know I've played it,
yes.
but I've
Yes.
never actually played story. Like, I just went in and just like mowed down zombies with a shopping cart for like a half hour, then I turned it off.
You are a photojournalist trying to break the story of what's going on at this mall. And the government then tries to cover it up. So you are trying to survive in the mall and rescue people, fight zombies, and uncover the story.
Is the story any good?
That's the story. The story of how it got released, what's going on, who's releasing it,
Yeah, but
why.
does it pay off in the end?
It's not like necessarily the biggest part of the game. It's the direction the game heads, but the experience of who you run into going through the story is what makes Dead Rising more interesting. So it's like the psychos of the game. They kind of like really sell like bosses. People that go
Okay.
crazy in the game are the bosses of the game, and then they have like different quirks and abilities that you're trying to fight. So good. I love that series. And of course, I bought Dead Rising 1 when it came out on Xbox 360. Of course, I bought Dead Rising 1 again on PC. Of course, I'm going to buy it now again when they release the remastered version here in the summer. Ugh.
I've definitely bought quite a few copies of some games. So much so that I've gotten yelled at. You've already got that game. You bought it 4 times.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll tell my wife. My brother sent me the link. He's like, "Oh, do you see this game trailer?" I'm like, what game trailer?" I click on it. It's like Dead Rising remastered, end of summer. I'm like, "Oh, you're taking my wallet. Stop it." And then there's like gameplay comparison footage of how it used to look, how it looks now, and I'm like, "Oh, I want to support you so bad. I want you to make a new one. Why didn't you just make a new one?"
With all the fancy stuff now, it's going to look even better.
Oh, it looks awesome. It looks awesome.
I
Okay,
definitely
what's your
had
number
fun with
one?
it. Uh,
What's your number one?
my number one, you either agree with me or you hate me for saying it. There is no in between. The Last of Us.
I have never played it.
Oh, dude, have you watched the show?
No.
Okay. So, story wise,
Oh, I know what the story's about.
okay, well,
But
story,
yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead.
like, the story really got me. I really bought the two characters, like Joel and Ellie. Like,
Uh huh.
even, like, they did such a good job at making you like them, even when they were doing questionable things. Because it's like post-apocalyptic world, there's crazy stuff going on. You're going to
Yeah.
do some stuff you have to survive that you're not proud of. Even when they're doing things like that, you still are rooting for them. Even though some of those situations, there's clear reason to root for them. But
Right.
there's definitely some like morally gray areas that they do such a good job at you like questioning like yourself like what would I do, and it's like, oh, I wouldn't do that, and you're like, oh, well, I don't know. And it just, you second guess everything. And the second one is really, really great too. I There's some stuff about it I didn't like as much as the first one, but
Mm-hmm.
the story just really grabbed me and just pulled me in. And that was another one of those games that was really, really hard, but I liked playing it so much that I played the same things over and over and over again because I was like, no, I have to know what happens at the end of this story. It was just phenomenal, phenomenal. I to this day, I think I played it again before the show came out, just to kind of, I wanted to see how it compared to the show when it came out, and I forgot how much I loved that game. I was just blown away again, all over again, playing a game that I already played and hearing the same story, and it still had like the same impact. Such a
Nice.
good game.
Very nice. Well, that is our top 10 for video games. Done and in the bag.
And our last top 10
Yeah, for now.
for now. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so this was a good get to know us. This is kind of our personalities. These are our kind of like interests. And now we're going to get into some topics. And our next topic that we're going to be discussing is Frozen Empire Ghostbusters. We both recently watched this, and we have a couple of things we are going to be discussing. And
Might go a little bit over an hour on this one. Might have to break it up into part two.
we'll see. We'll see. We'll try to keep it within an hour.
Yeah.
Um, but yes, there's going to be a lot of things to talk about, and some surprises, like maybe some editing mistakes that were inadvertently left in the movie.
Still gonna go back and
And when you see it, you're going to be shocked again.
look. Yeah.
Um, so for now, thanks for listening, and it's always good to see you. We'll see you next time. Bye.